So, you want to do a shitbox rally? At the start of 2023, my friend Metcalf and I entered into the Spring Shitbox Rally. For those who don't know, the Shitbox Rally is not a race, rather somewhat an impossible task. Each team must purchase a car for under $1,500, then spend 7 days driving it across some of Australia's harshest environments. Metcalf and I decided to take the challenge to the next level by acquiring Larry.
We're two boys, one car, and this is our shitbox.
He wasn't just any car. He was a 1999 Toyota Spacia with character.
I wish we could describe the smell of this car.
We can. It's piss.
He may have smelled like piss, driven like a boat, and boasted the coldest air conditioning known to mankind, but he was our ticket to adventure. This shitbox rally would see us travelling 3,500 kilometres from Port Douglas to Adelaide, right through the middle, braving the elements and pushing our limits every step of the way. Before the rally even began, each team had the challenge of raising a minimum of $5,000 for charity.
Anyone who hasn't donated yet, you've got a limited amount of time before we start making cold calls on camera and really letting everyone know just how much of a bastard you are.
Despite how useless we were, our friends and sponsors managed to get us across the line raising $6,390. Proof that even the most unlikely heroes can make a difference. With the fundraising hurdle conquered, we faced the next challenge, making sure Larry would actually make it. Thanks to our friend Jesse, a master mechanic,
Just pour it in the radiator, close the lid, and it'll just seal up anything.
who can patch up any job with enough tinkering.
With the power of magic.
With a bit of banging around under the engine, some modifications to the interior, a custom paint job, and a few stickers, we got Larry as ready as he would be. Now, to get your car to the start line, you have two choices: shipping it or driving it. We chose to risk it all and make the drive from Gold Coast to Port Douglas our warm-up. We had only really taken Larry around the block previously before this, so this was going to be a real test. But, I mean, it's a Toyota, so surely nothing could go wrong. The journey to Port Douglas was an adventure in itself, with Larry enduring a grueling 2,000-kilometre trek from Gold Coast in scorching temperatures. Despite a few hangovers and a bit of lost coolant, Larry persevered and we arrived at the start line ready to take on whatever the rally had in store. The rally boasted around 250 teams, accompanied by a fleet of support vehicles and dedicated volunteers. From mobile workshops to impromptu repairs in the outback, these guys really knew what they were doing. From the start line, you're all split into teams at random. We were lucky enough to be chucked in a group with 6 other teams of absolute legends, who by the end of the week we had developed some serious bonds over laughs and afternoon beers.
That's so.
Am I off? Are we good now?
Each day brought new challenges in new locations. Wake up in your swag,
Day 3, baby.
go get some breakfast, grab your provided lunch for the day, and get ready to go. From navigating rugged terrain to embracing themed dress-up days, some a little more than others. And let's not forget the infamous pole dancing punishment for teams caught bending the rules on how much they actually spent on their vehicle for the rally. Each day was mapped out and pre-planned. Roughly 300 to 500 kilometres of driving on some sealed roads and lots of dirt roads, which resulted in a lot of flat tyres and breakdowns along the way. Lucky for us, we had some dads. They had a rattle gun and knew what they were doing. In our team, we were actually nominated the mechanic somehow. We didn't really help much along the way. Lucky, the rest of the boys picked up the slack. About halfway each day, we would stop off in a town which conveniently had a pub to help break up the day. Each night, we had food provided by the local town, whether it be a pub or them just setting up a little tent for us all to eat out of. It was unreal. We were then encouraged to support the local town by keeping ourselves hydrated in the pub, which we willingly obliged. As the sun set on each day, we enjoyed the hospitality of the outback towns, providing us with somewhere to eat, set up camp, and tell tales from the day, making new friends, having some laughs, and keeping spirits high. So if you're ever up for a real wild ride, keep this in mind. The Shitbox Rally isn't just about getting to the end. It's about the whole crazy journey, the mates you make, and the epic stories you have to tell.
Alright, 7 days ago I did not know this group of ragtag fellas and one lady, and we have had quite the time. We've got pretty close. We've even been adopted by some of them. We've exchanged tears and laughs and beers. It's been a great week.
What's been one of the highlights of your week?
I can't say that one.
Till next time, I'm Brandon. See you around.